Well, back once again. We are back. Just gonna make a host. Upload this. And upload this too. Shazam. Okay, just gonna set my recorder up. Camtasia recorder. Okay, I think we are all set. Just gonna put my recorder to one side. Just gonna bring up the reference as well. Oh, sweet. Okay, I think I'm set up here. Let me just make sure the Picasso player is moved to one side. Oh, multiple things. Picasso. There's up. Come on, load up. Dashboard, please. There we go. There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay. So I'm just going to set the recording to start and then I'll continue on with this painting. There's a few things I noticed which were off when I finished streaming, namely the eyes and the head. So what I do is going to fix the head and then make sure the rock as well is a bit more angled compared to mine. Mine's not angled to that, so I'm going to fix that. Yeah, but I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. Let me move this aside. There we go, some space. Okay, let's resume the recording. I'm going to flatten this layer as well. There we go. So I could use Liquify here to resolve the problem of the positioning of everything here, but I'm just going to manually just fix it by using the old copy all layers and stuff and just bring it down a bit. There you go. Like so. Just going to pick a hard layer, hard brush, hard round beat. Oh, I think I had scale there. Let's turn off the there we go. Just going to flatten this down again. Just going to start trimming this down a bit because the shape I did there is different to what I've got. Gotta get the shape right. This looks a bit horizontal. I think this was just gonna fix that too. So minus this looks a bit, it needs to be a bit more darker, I think, as well. So I'm just gonna add a bit more black and a bit of glow as well. Just let's add a bit of glow there. colour's a bit more rust as well. A bit more, yeah, a bit more rust there. Knocking this back a bit. Yeah. We'd start the stream sooner, but I had a bit of a food coma session, so I passed out. If you tuned in, get a bit tired when you have a bit of a nosh. Just want to fix that angle down here as well. Oh, there we go. Section down there. There we go. Oh. Didn't realise that's on a separate layer. That wasn't on a separate layer to begin with, so I would move this down a bit. There we go. Vertex selection. Just going to break this down. Sweet. Always fix this when we start rendering out the bird, but for now, just get it all set up. I think that yellow is a bit more pastel-y. It looks more, I should say, more there, more has a bit more green to it. Maybe it has a bit more. It's more like it, yeah, yeah. I like it, yeah. So add a bit of green into that, you see. So gets a nice little change there. So making sure that eye is in line with the bird as well. Make sure the eye is correct. Right now, it's not. It's not towards the beak there. I'm gonna try and fix that. Oh. Copy, paste that on top. Just going to nudge that a bit forward, make it bigger. It's a bit bigger on that. There we go. Just going to erase that away there. There we go. Just like that. Oh, one thing I forgot to install, not to install, just to run. Sorry, stream labels. Stream labels would be. There we go. Smashing. Nice. Always keep forgetting to run stream labels. Very important aspect of having the stream running. So it just gives me notified if anything happens, any little tickle, any little notifications always pops up. It's nice that. So yeah. So I'm just looking back, making sure. Kind of looks like that. I'm gonna try and amplify the brightness just a bit on our rocks as well, a bit of saturation, but a bit more brightness, desaturation. There we go. Looks a bit more like it. I decided to change the reduce the saturation and add some little bit of brightness, just a tad bit, so it makes the values look kind of similar. Okay, so look at what else is there. So this beak, I just want to try and get that close as possible. Want to draw on the same layer here? Oh no, why? Flatten that down. There we go. So I'm constantly making a new layer, paint on top, and then flatten it down because I want to commit to some of these things. So I'm not fussed about accuracy yet, just about getting it all kind of right. That's important. There we go. Like so. Well, little specks there, here and there, just a little bit of feathers, just to make it look nice. Yeah, look pretty. I think mine looks a bit horizontal on the beak part, so I'm just going to give it a little slight curve here. of a curvy look feel there. Same here as well, just a bit more. Get more curve. I know I raced at the start, but I think I may have raced a bit too much there, so. I think the eye needs to come a bit forward a bit, just a little bit more forward. Just a tad bit forward, there we go. And if I now just paint over that just to get it right, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Curve there. So at the moment I still haven't really done any tonal work yet. It's just basically marking the areas of what needs to go where. I'm still applying it on the base. The line work's still underneath it, so that's changed now, but it doesn't matter now. We used it as a base just to build this bird, and that's what matters. So the beak comes inwards now. Comes inwards. There's more brightness on the edge, so I'm going to add a bit of just a slight highlight coming in. Yeah, slight highlight. Give it a nice little touch there. There we go. Ah, road blazer. Sneaking in. How are you? How are you today? I've turned on the layer mask there. Just gonna turn that off. Just gonna bring that down a bit just to mark that. It's a bit more grey. A bit more grey, a bit more. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Whoop. There you go, potato person. Oh. Yeah, sadly, I don't think Lou is in today. I don't think she's been busy. Otherwise, I might have asked her to join the call like before. We were talking about a lot of stuff on the mic. Maybe I should try and do that often. Try and bring random people on the voice and just have a discussion about something. Discussion of some form of topics, as long as it's not politics, because politics can just get a bit too much, and I don't think anyone wants to hear politics anyway. No one likes politics. It's gonna sneeze. Excuse me. That's a bad sounds when I sneezed there, and the sneeze came out. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Got a look a bit of a hairy fiend right now. Oh, thank you, Matrix. Hello. Got an itchy nose. I was just saying I would have started a bit earlier, but you know, I had a bit of a food coma session. But I was hoping to try and maybe make some progress on this Toucan before I call it a day again. But yeah. I think that brightness is a bit too high. I was going to knock this back a bit. Okay, 80% a bit, just 80%. Oh, no, 20%. So there we go. 20% wash. Just push that back a bit. So some sort of beigey feel there. Let's put 50% on that. There we go. How are you today? How's work and all that? Mine was relatively quiet, but I think tomorrow's going to be busy. Normally, folks are always still busy writing content and stuff, so hang fast on those sort of things. Teeth there, little teethy teeth. I like that. Works same old. Chaos major update tomorrow morning, so I can't get stuck on. Oh dear. Oh, is the major update your responsibility, or is it like a team thing, or sounds like you're gonna be. Sounds like you're not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. Team, I'm doing it. Okay, cool. Oh. Yeah, I was planning to try and sleep early tonight myself, because last night I tried sleeping again and it didn't happen. I tried a lot. I tried a fair bit to sleep on time. End up just like snoozing, my eyes closed until what, you know. Hey, bright-eyed. Birds. I'm trying to get another machine running as I can't get my hue and canvas to calibrate with my 3. Oh dear. Have you checked the Huion website? Again, Sam Toucan. Yeah, Sam Toucan. Flip it. So yesterday I was doing a cheeky not safe for work stream, and I was spending more time with Clip Studio Paint. I'm starting to get used to it now. I can see how some of the tools work now. I think I still need a bit more time just to, you know, use it a bit more. Excuse me, and hopefully that might help in terms of moving away from Photoshop, because I mean, I'm using Photoshop right now, but it seems obviously a better choice for heavy duty work, and it's a bit more easy, a bit more friendly on the processes on Windows. You know, right now Photoshop's running fine, but when you start using loads more layers or large canvases, then it starts to eat up a lot of RAM. See, I've got drivers. Yeah, but drivers, but I don't think they're factored into screen positions and screen. Ah, okay. Matrix. Have you noticed? Not sure. It is calibrated. Yeah, it could be a screen thing, I think. Jazz music. It's very nice. Just gonna add a bit more diffused red on that beak. 50%. Oh, there we go. 20% maybe. There we go. Just gonna do that instead. There we go. It looks like grey, but it's got a bit of reddish to it, reddish tint. So 100% again. There we go. So mark these areas here, and then down this beak. A bit more there, red there. Yeah, I mean, color differences could be a monitor thing than a stream thing. I think. I'm not. I'm sure Matrix probably agree with me there. It could be a monitor. This sounds like a monitor thing than Picato. Because I've never seen stream colors change based on when streaming. I assume that's what you mean. Color shifts. Yeah. It's a bit of a tricky one. A tricky question. That is. Tricky question. And then some little bumps there. I'm still gonna be blending this out, so this all might disappear again. But I thought I'd put it in there for now. Okay, let's flip it back. Just gonna bring the head in a bit as well. Just gonna scooch it just a tad bit in. There we go, just a tad bit. There we go. Make sure that getting these things somewhat accurate. Well, same monitors. If same monitor stream, same monitor, 3 streams, color change. If there's color space and compression being used, okay. Let's see. I know for sure that this monitor that's on my left, that's the Samsung one. That's even though it's calibrated, it's not bright. It's not as bright as the one on my main Dell one, the Dell IPS one. So there is a difference I see. So there is that problem I always face. That's why I never use that as a color reference, if that makes sense. That's why everything's on here on this main screen. How's it going, Trigger Beast? Welcome to the old stream Rooney. Welcome. Always find yeah, that's why I try to keep everything on the same monitor now. Everything's on there unless anything that's like shape based, I'll keep it on the second screen, but color accuracy stuff on here. But I'm thinking of getting another Dell monitor and then just keep this one as a backup. Oh, Matrix is very, yeah. Matrix knows his stuff. His, yep. Matrix knows it. But I mean, if you're worried about color stuff, bit bright-eyed, you should probably get a color monkey. Get a color monkey calibrator, but it also depends on the monitor you have. I mean, if your monitor doesn't have a wide range, I mean, it should be fine. I mean, calibrators tend to try and narrow it down, but yeah, it's always good to try and invest in a good monitor with a wide gamut and brightness. I found there's some weird compression down. Oh, that's really okay. That is interesting. I've never actually noticed. You know what? I'll be honest. I've never actually seen. I'll be honest. I've never actually seen colors going funny when I watch people's streams. But then again, it's hard to determine what people are doing. You know, like what are they doing? Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So as Matrix said, so the Samsung one I got on my left is more of a gamer show off kind of monitor. It's not a color accurate monitor. It's more for vibrant colors. If you really want to show off your friends, like look at my lovely monitor, look at this lovely movie, look at this lovely game. Wow, colors everywhere. Yeah, it's like it's not accurate, but it's just more vibrant. I guess that's the direction Samsung was going, but the Dell IPS I got here is more. I think it's an all-rounder, but the color range on this is a lot better, and the brightness is a lot better as well. And the other nice thing about this monitor is with the calibrator, it automatically sets the brightness. It sets the brightness on its own, so I don't have to manually set the brightness, because sometimes when you use color calibrators, you sometimes have to manually set the brightness. So using your the side panel, you set the brightness, and the calibrator tells you what level the brightness should be at. So it'll say get this. So it'll give you like two bars. One's the bar that the calibrator wants it at, and the other bar is the bar that you have to manually set your brightness to, and you basically just bring it up. So I haven't got my Cintiq. Dell, yeah, I can tell you the one I got. Let me just tell you the one I got. I don't think you can buy them anymore. I did see one for second hand. I think I was talking to Matrix about this a while back. I think Matrix may know of it. It was. Let me just find the link to it. You can't get them anymore, which is annoying. I should have bought these when I had the chance. I'll have to wait until they come out again. So this is the one I got. I'll paste it in chat. That's the one I got. I'm sure you can find something similar. Yes. Yeah. You're right. So Color Monkey you can set it so it automatically recalibrates itself based on the room lighting, as you said. You can do daylight. It comes with a sensor. That's the nice thing about the Color Monkey. It comes with a sensor. You can set the sensor, and basically it will automatically recalibrate itself based on your room lighting. So there is that option. I tend to leave mine on normal on artificial white light, because that's what I've got right now. Both lights I've got are white lights. Hey Mongrelist, how's it going? You alright? You have a good colour grader? I use a Color Monkey. Let me get the book. Let me get the box. I've got the box right here. I've got the box right here. Can you believe it? Don't even see that. Let me switch the camera mode. Got my camera mode here. I can switch it to. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Probably see that Color Monkey display. X-Rite Color Monkey. There's a bit of reflection going on there. I do apologise. Should do it that way. There we go. Color Monkey. Yeah. Do before and after. All that jazz. But yeah, it's pretty good. Does a trick. It does a trick. Yeah. Back here again. Whoop. Oh, cheers. Marvelous, cheers. Yeah. I thought I'd just do like a painting study just to, chill out a bit. Chill out and have a bit of fun painting. How are you? How's your week been? Why I ask about this is I'm doing some landscapes for postcards for family, and I printed out and wow, the signs are hot. Yeah, that's why the calibration is. Yeah, I think once you calibrate your screen, you'll see the colors how they should actually look. So what you paint is how it should actually come out on the printer. Makes me mellow so far. Gonna start some commission work within an hour. But I did a study stream on Sunday, and I went, well, very good, very good. I might have seen it. I might have been sleeping by then because I've been trying to get my sleeping pattern fixed. So I'm trying to like be good to myself and not stay up late. So these past few days, because I'm back to contract work since Monday, so I've been sleeping on time. It's nearly 11 o'clock here in the evening, 11 p.m. So I need to get back. Yeah, I need to get back into that habit because like last 2 nights I've slept. I've closed my eyes, but just when you lay back and you sleep and you close your eyes and you try to sleep but you can't sleep, and you just lay there with your eyes closed. So I've been laying back with my eyes closed for the duration of the night until like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock when I start getting tired, but then I have to get up at 8. Yeah, resting but not sleeping. Yeah. So it's a bit of a it sucks, but I'm hoping this time round it'll get better. But I've been drinking malted milk, so that's Matrix is it's the same place, same publications place that I was at Christmas. I've been there. They made a lot of money when I worked there. They made a lot of money on that project that got released in December. So I kind of helped direct them through that good money making thing. So they made about almost $500,000 in profits. So that's good. That's pretty damn good. So I'm back there right now, and obviously they're pushing more new things, so to build upon it. So that's good. So I'm going to I'm trying to help them get on that. So it's going to be fun. It's a lot of fun. It's nice to be doing that sort of thing. Yeah, definitely check out Mongrelist if you haven't seen Mongrelist's work. Sure, she'll be happy to share some of her sneaky stuff. He's at the bar. Yeah. But the thing is, like always, like any other company, everything is delivered like really last minute. So tomorrow is going to be busy, very busy, I think. But I try to work smart. That's the best way to try and do it. So I'm going to try and get everything done nice and everything. Get it ready. But these things are. Nothing is ever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind linking if it's you. If it's you, I don't mind linking. It's fine. Mind you, I've been learning some more web front end web development stuff. So I've been learning like Bootstrap, which I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's like a framework for building web pages with. So I've been learning a bit more of that. Normally I'd been doing a mishmash of that and a few other things, but for building web pages, it's kind of crucial. It's a bit fun because you can do a bit of it's balanced. There's a bit of a balance of being creative and doing a bit of codey stuff. So it's nice. It's not too bad. Not too heavily focused on just doing creative stuff. You get challenged on multiple things, which is nice. That's because it's a relatively small team of about 100 people. So you get to try out different things and challenge yourself. Yeah, I guess I can do a multi on this on what's it called, Picato. Let me just do that. Hang on. Well. Give me a second. I'm trying to sort this out. I'm trying to copy your name. It's not working. Why manage. There you go. You can have an invite. I guess today I don't mind having a Domino multi. There you go. Yeah, you have an invite. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know how long I'll be on for. I mean, what time is it now? It's 11 p.m. I might go for another an hour and a half, maybe. Time really goes fast when you paint. That's what I noticed when you're painting away. You know, time just speeds through. Like, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna say it's 2 hours, and then before you know it, I'll be doing it for 3 hours. And if I'll join, but I got a text from a roommate. His car isn't working. Something. Oh no! Gotta rescue him. Oh dear. Is he trapped somewhere in the middle of nowhere? You have to rescue him. All right. Yeah. Thanks for joining, Mongrel, and see you soon if you know about. Oh, he's a mechanic. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, stay safe. Don't forget your mask. Don't forget your mask. Don't forget your mask. You need your mask. Excuse me. Oops, got out. Oh, sweet. Nice to know YouTube's still running effectively. Nice, because we've been streaming with London Furs for this weekend, and we had trouble streaming on YouTube, so it's working for me. So I think there's something to do with an application that we're using that allows multiple streaming platforms on a Mac anyway. So I guess it's a Mac thing then, because it's working fine for me. So it's interesting to know what's causing that. Oh well. And Matrix calling it Moonstone. Yeah, what do you think? I was tempted to get that version of Moonstone and maybe combine that with. I think there's a program out there. I don't know if you. I think you might know of it. It allows you to connect, joypads and stuff to a local. People can play local, like people play like couch gaming through the internet, through a connection. Of course, I've got the name of it. It's kind of what Steam does. That Steam's got a function that similar functionality as well now, but you can do the same for external games as well. There's a platform. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to try and Google it again. But yeah, you can join like people's machine, games, local player games, local co-op games, local multiplayer games, and play together. I forgot the name of it though. The program. But yeah, that'd be pretty radical for Moonstone. Because I was talking to Lightlord, who's a friend of mine and is on my server. We had a discussion about playing Moonstone back in the day on Amiga. I showed a few people who've never heard of Moonstone as well on Discord, and that was fun. Telling them the good old days of gaming on 16-bit machines, or 16-bit computers to be exact. It's great times were had. Okay, I think this bird is ready to paint out, I think. Just looking at the comparison here. Okay, that beak is still... Comes down here, cuts in. There we go. Okay. Okay, so look at that. Just going to mark these in. But when I'm rendering, I'm going to fix these elements, more feathery texture of some sort. This comes down a bit more as well. Just do that. It's a bit more orangey as well. I have to bring it some more sort of orange. There we go. It's a bit more, bring a bit of orange in there. There we go. More saturation as well. It's pretty sweet. Stuck with copyright-free music for this session because I cannot play copyrighted music, as YouTube and Twitch would not like that as a recording. I've not used gouache in many years. It's very watercolory, isn't it? Gouache. Very opaque. It's an opaque water paint sort of thing. What am I hoping to get? Sorry, well, it's just color, painting color. Know how color works. Just generally color really, and it's just something that keeps me, and it also gives me time to play around with texture and play around with new brushes. But mostly looking at texture, and painting something effectively in a short amount of time. But in this case, I've gone over 2 hours on this. Yes, on my last session, so. But yeah, just colour. Looking at colour. How colour works, how colour bounces off things, discovering colour and value. I think that's important when doing paintings of any sort, because it means you start to understand how colour works on certain environments. And that's really important. I think that's important for painting, so that you don't have to rely on any kind of filters, like multiply and stuff. You don't have to rely on that as much. You can just get on with it. So right now, like I said, I've only got like 4 layers: background, foreground, and a toucan, and that's it. They're all flat coloured. Nothing. There's no filter. There's no nothing of the sort. It's all created with colour, and that gives you more control as well. You have more control on the colour as well, because you're applying them yourself. So I think that's important. If you know how to paint in colour, then you can start using the filters. Because then you know what the filters are doing. And I normally use filters for finishing things off. When you've got everything ready, you've had to finish the painting. You can apply your filters there and then, just to give it that finishing touch. But to apply it at the beginning is no, it's a no for me anyway. So that's my approach. I try to avoid using filters. I try to always flatten it down when I'm done with it. So right now everything's flattened. The toucan base is flattened anyway, so I've committed to it. And as it's a study, it doesn't really matter. So as long as I'm relaxed and having fun with it, that's what matters. If you're having fun. Gotta have fun with the painting. And also challenge myself to something different. I don't really paint I've not painted a toucan in a while, so yeah, it's nice to have paint a toucan again. Last time I did it was way back. I think there's a picture of it on my stream gallery slideshow of a toucan. But yeah. Okay, so the toucan is slightly healing back a bit, so I'm just going to do some little motions here, movement. What if I can do it from here? I'm going to do it. I don't know if I can use a bit of a warp. Nudged it back a bit. There we go. So that body there is a bit more that way. Straight. That curls in. Okay, right. I think this Toucan's ready to render now. So, okay, a new layer. Call it Toucan base. Toucan base. Base. And then call this one render. Okay. There's my DG brush. DG main. I seem to like these jazz coffee shop musics now. That's my new thing for safer work. It's nice. I like it. Very nice and chill. Studies have been your recent indulgence. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You should study whenever you get a chance. It's always good to do a bit of to test your abilities. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice. Hiking's good. Can't really hike anywhere in the UK given the lockdown. We're in tier 5, so no lockdown, no any form of travel outside town. Everyone's been told to stay within their city, their small communities. He's Bob Rossett. Photoshop, why are you doing that? This works on the test post. Works. Lovely. It's strange why it's not picking up Picato. Oh, it's weird. Okay, I see. Okay, let's get that his wings sorted. Pump up just maybe just a touch of green. Okay. Grab a copy of Moonstone to support Gob, but now I have to run. Alright, Matrix, you take it easy. Hopefully we'll catch up tomorrow. Have a good night, and I won't stay up late. I'll be probably going to bed at 1. I'll be drinking some warm milk or something to help me snooze as well. I've been trying to do that often, so hopefully that'll help this time. Some warm milk. But yeah, have a good night's rest, and let's make a little chip here. Oh, wolf with glasses. Wolf with glasses. What are you doing here? Excuse me. Let's call you out. See your weird face. What up? How are you? I'm alright. I'm alright. Doing a bird today. I want to try and get it finished today, but I don't think it's going to happen. I started really late today, this evening, so it's a bit of a shame. It's always the case with me, starting late. Actually, a little bit more green. I think so. All that reddish value. Give you a thumbs up. There you go. Cheeky thumbs up. Don't you ever see it overloaded? That gun is just way too OP for my taste, but it's great. I love it. There you go. I can join the voice if you want. By the way, I forgot. I mean, I can join on Discord for a bit. Guess I can work whilst painting. If it saves you time, Wolf, or you just dropping by. You're just dropping by for a cheeky brief moment before you go to bed. Sure, let me search for my headphones. You can search for your headphones, eh? You can search for your headphones. I'll just jump in general for a while. There you go. Excuse me, I've been there. Yeah. No, I'm not gotten 308. I've not gone for 308 yet. I've not maxed out gun nut. Gun nut still needs. I think you need to get to certain levels to get to gun nut. Level 4, I think. I think I'm only on level. I don't know what level I'm on, but it's not that high to get to level, whatever the gun nut requires. But I've been using the pistol rounds, and the pistol rounds are still strong enough. I can kill things in 2-3 shots. So. So it's all damn good. I like that. I like that kind of easiness. Put the brightness a bit more. A bit more. There we go. A bit more. It's great. There we go. There we go. I want to play some Italo, but I can't. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I think tomorrow I'm going to start looking up for some more tunes, more copyright free music, a bit more. Might be able to maybe filter out so it only plays on stream, and I can listen to something else on my side. So I've got Discord doing that. Maybe I can find a way around that, I think. I'll just think of a way. Okay. Oh. Oh, there you are. I can hear you. One second. What's the volume? Where's my volume? There we go. No, you're fine. No, it's fine. I've put the coffee shop jazz music down. It's like, yeah. So I've played that on Sunday, and I've not got the 308 because I think the 308 requires level 4. I think gun nut. I don't have level 4 yet. Yeah, I've not maxed out gun nut yet, but with the pistol rounds, 2 shots, everything just Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I've got like 4,000 rounds of that, so I'm never gonna run out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Mm. I've got I've got so many fusion cells. Like I've just been collecting them because like, the thing is I'll be honest. I've got it. I carry it with me, but I don't really use it for anything since like I've never had the need for it yet. It's like as sad as it is, you know. I've got it. I carry it with me. I should probably just leave it behind in my stash because it's just yeah. I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Valentine, not Valiant Valentine. He's a but I think he specializes in pistols. I'm not sure. I need to double check that. Yeah, handgun stuff. Yeah, he's with. Mm, mm. Valentine. Yeah, because no, of course. The reason I want to pick Valentine is the fact that he's the voice of Stephen Russell, and Stephen Russell is the voice of Garrett the Thief. So I can have Garrett following me around as Garrett the Mutant. And plus his character's really cool. I like that noir kind of character. So it's pretty. Yeah, yeah. I also saved the game specifically near. There's a quest we have to give the Deathclaw egg back to the nest. I've saved the game at that specific point just for reference because obviously the Deathclaw just stands there looking at you, so you just look around, you can walk around it and it doesn't do anything, so it's just staring at you. So yeah, that's a perfect reference. Mm. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh, you can. Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's what I got. Yeah, I can walk over him. Nothing. Yeah, basic, basically, there've been times where I've just walked into places where I was just completely bypassed the traps and looking around and look behind me. And go, oh, yeah, there's a trap there. I mean, in an ideal world, if I didn't have that perk, I think I would have set so many traps off. I would have blown myself to pieces so many times. But it's a good way of making money because you find a lot of nuke mines and frag mines and plasma mines, and they're worth quite a bit. You know, easy cash. Just picking them up and yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And sell it. Yep. Cook it and sell it. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Oh, I've never used chems. The only time I think the only thing I use is Radex and Radaway, and that's just like basically getting rid of if I'm going into like a heated radiation spot, just pop a Radex and then do a few things, and once I'm done, just take a Radaway. Or in fact, I sometimes have I've got the mongrel meat. Mongrel meat reduces 50%, 50 rad when you eat it. So that's another kind of way to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, I've got loads of them. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. voice. There we go.
this military base.
Mhm.
There's a military base, right?
Mhm.
Far south of Sanctuary. And between the glowing sea and that military base is a lake. And north of that lake, there are like 6 or 7 Deathclaws.
I think I've seen that, but I didn't know. I didn't venture too close.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw one on a bridge. There's a bridge there, like overpass bridge, and it was walking back and forth. I was like, "No, I'm not doing that bridge. I'm not taking that bridge. Thank
No,
you."
no. It's like it's an old electrical plant. Like it's
Right.
an unmarked location.
Okay.
There are at least half a dozen Deathclaws and like a super mutant behemoth. These giant super mutants.
I've killed a bit. I've killed a behemoth. Yeah, I've killed one of those as well. They're
Yeah, exactly.
pretty
And
cool.
I usually try to farm there as often as possible. It's not just the experience, it's also the money because, hell, 6 or 7 Deathclaws, cook their meat every time, experience, and then sell the shit. Like for me, it's basically a rinse and repeat at this stage. And the fun fact is, I had to load an older save because I fucked up majorly.
Oops.
Yep.
Oh no!
Not really that.
I figured out why my game was like. I don't know if it happens to you yet. If you when you go to save a game, the frame rate drops. When you go into the options menu, you know when you go to save and stuff, the frame rate drops. It happened to me a few times. And it basically happens
Wait,
because
the frame rate drops when you do what?
when you bring up the options menu, like you know when you press escape and go to save the game, the frame rate drops considerably.
My frame rate heavily drops when I enter the Boston City area.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. Okay. That's
Yeah, I have huge problems there because my RAM fills up so heavily and so quickly when I enter Boston. I really see that I have basically a potato computer at this stage. Can't wait to get a new one.
but for my issue, it was doing that because so I found out that if you have too many saves, then the game slows down. So I deleted most of my old saves because basically you know when it does
That's
when
interesting.
when the game does auto save and stuff like that, it keeps copies of them. And if you delete basically
I usually always override the autosaves later on.
Yeah, I didn't do that. So I had like 15 or 20 saves like stacked up since the beginning, since I started playing. So I delete all of them except for the last 2 I've been playing, and the game sped up again as if the menu slow down stopped. No more frame loss because it was annoying because
as I mentioned, I had to start all over again yesterday, or rather from a certain point in my playthrough, and now I'm only level 17 again.
That's frustrating.
Nah, it's not. It's okay. I mean, it's routine for me to do certain things in the game, and since I discovered, let's say, gutting animals and cooking their meat for myself and making chems at the chem station and medicine, I can now make my own auto stim packs, which is awesome.
I see Samurai just snuck in there. Sorry, I heard some coughing there.
No.
Trying to make yourself heard.
Major conversation going on, so
sorry.
figured
No,
I'd just listening for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel bad killing innocent animals in the game. And unless they attack me, then I've got no choice. But moles. I feel sorry for the moles and the.
And I actually did a little bit of a redesign of my character, at least to a certain degree. Like gave him a little bit of different headwear, giving him a bit more of a stalker appearance. Let me just get you a proper image of him, how he looks now.
Stalker, like the Stalker games?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I tried.
Yeah, that's
basically
what I did
just
with my survival difficulty character. I tried to make him like look like a.
I mean, it could be Stalker. It could be out of one of the Metro games.
Yeah.
I actually tried to make him look less soldiery, like less like a soldier and more like a wasteland survivor.
Yeah.
Do you know something? I realised when I played Metro, I didn't use any of my premium bullets for anything. That's sad. Like
Yeah, because you usually don't have to until
Yeah.
the very end of the
Yeah.
game.
Right.
Yeah, my favorite weapon was that shotgun, the barrel shotgun, which just destroys everything. Like,
I originally bought Metro 2033, the British version actually, the uncut British version, the uncensored one, and the only languages I could choose was English and Russian. And I played the game with Russian language and English subtitles. And then I
The way it
played the
should be.
game fully in English. And honestly, I like both voicings. Like the voice acting is on top. The voice acting is excellent. And then
Yeah,
I
the voice
played
acting in this game is fantastic.
and then I played last night, also on the Xbox 360, and the German dub is so I don't know. It's just not the same. It's really just not the
not
same.
well done.
No, it's
I'm actually not
okay.
sure if I'm not sure if Russian language is available in the US release.
I'm not sure.
I might have to find out.
But one thing
I
is for
played in
sure,
English.
I in 2033 I had absolutely no issues with ammo management. Like you rake up so much ammo if you loot basically everything, every
yeah.
corpse, every container.
Yeah.
And I was constantly every time I met a vendor, I was constantly selling stuff like like the revolver ammunition because I always was like over 500 rounds at some point. And the revolver in the game, even the one that is not upgraded, it's such a beast, such a monster. Like
It is, yeah.
like if you have the stock, the extended barrel, and the scope on top of it, you can murder everything with that. It's amazing.
I never.
Like,
Yeah, I never had an issue with resource management.
Yeah, same here.
Management in 2033 and Dark Light. My issue was
I mean,
canisters,
I mean,
filters for my gas mask.
really?
Really?
Yeah, like my issue was like there were so many times where I didn't need to use my gas mask and I didn't realize it.
And you kept wearing it.
So I ended up wasting a lot of canisters.
You wore it in places that you didn't need to wear it. This is just for cosmetic sake.
Yeah.
You didn't realize, like, wait a minute, this is
To,
oxygen.
to be fair, the reason I may have not had this issue was that I usually crouch in every crevice just to find the last bullet round I can grab. This is just the classic Resident Evil player in me that does this. So yeah, I kept this throughout the last decades.
I mean, for me, I just melee. I just stealth killed everyone with knife. Literally, just kept throwing knives at people's backs and like somehow
Yeah,
one knife.
but in Last Light, this is actually influencing your ending.
Oh,
Like
really?
if you just in Last Light, yeah, there's karma. This is
Yeah,
basically
it's an
it's
invisible
basic
morality
it's
system.
yeah it's basically there is active and passive karma, and taking out enemies gives you either positive or negative karma. Like if you stealth kill an enemy with your knife, that actually gives you negative karma. But if you just knock them out
Oh, okay.
and leave them unconscious and don't kill them, then you get positive karma because you spared a life.
Okay, but I think in 2033, you have to kill them. You can't knock them out. If I remember, you can't knock them out. Can you? I've forgotten now.
I think you can.
In the Redux version, you can knock them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
oh, right, the first
because-
That's the one I played. I got
because,
3 bugs with 33
yeah.
in last play.
Yeah, because Redux has adapted many of the mechanics from Fallout Last Light.
one. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because
Also,
I played the original one. You see, the original one you have to just like
Yeah,
throw knives at everything.
I played the original one
Broken.
on the Xbox 360, and I have Redux on my PC.
Let's give Redux a go. I think.
Also, what are your thoughts on my player character? I posted the picture of.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, it's definitely stalkerish.
Hmm.
He's even got the right weapon.
Mm.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's a custom made AK-74.
Very nice.
But I only use it until I find the MP5, or rather until I'm
Yeah.
level 25 again, and then I can just go to the location where the first MP5 pops up.
Hmm.
It's like a mini quest
Mm.
where you have to just go and grab it, and then that unlocks the options. Do you want to add it completely to the leveled list? Do you just want it for the vendors, and or do you just want to keep this one unique MP5? And I usually give it to everyone.
You looking forward to Stalker 2?
I
They
didn't
have,
even
they have
know.
a Stalker 2 coming out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. No.
There's no gameplay footage yet that I'm aware of.
Well,
Stalker.
But yeah, they are working on Stalker 2.
well, my reason is for switching from the AK to the MP5 is basically just first of all, it's the MP5 when fully upgraded nearly has the same damage output and the same range as the AK-74, even though it's not realistic. But
Right, yeah.
it's the main reason for me is actually that it uses the 38 rounds that are available aplenty in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no 9mm Parabellum equivalent in Fallout 4, so they usually all weapons that use 9mm cartridges of the Parabellum
Right.
sword are chambered in game for the 38 rounds.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But until I have a very colorful weapons assortment at the moment. Like for cramped spaces, I use or rather for short distance, I use the AK at the moment. For medium distance, I use G3. If I want to splatter people, I use a hunting shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And for long distance, I use a lever action rifle, a custom one.
I like to specialize, and I tend to use what I would consider a believable loadout for weapons. I mean, you can carry quite a few weapons, but I like to carry basically, one pistol, one rifle, one melee weapon, and some grenades.
I've tried using grenades. They're a bit hit or miss. I find them to be in Fallout. It's just like just anticipating when to throw them, the distance and everything. It's like sometimes you throw and they just go flying off into the air, and it doesn't quite feel like you throw a grenade.
I never use any explosives in the game.
Yeah, using grenades can be difficult.
Same with mines as well. I mean, mines have to be positioned in such a way to make enemies walk over it.
I never use mines.
I once tried to create a little minefield in front of Sanctuary Hills, not knowing that friendlies trigger those mines.
And they blow up.
Oh wow!
And then Trashcan Carla came along with a cow, and the cow walked right into the minefield and triggered every last mine. Yeah.
Oops.
Ramen steak everywhere. You won't be running out of food for a while. If your food,
Right. Like, well, I guess food
stats goes up. Yeah, food stats skyrockets. It's like, whoa, 99.
But yeah, since that little mishap happened, I stepped away from using explosives.
Yeah.
They are just not reliable enough, especially.
Yeah, I think it's more it's more of a user it's more of a user hindrance. When you go into areas, they're there just to prevent you from. Other than that,
the problem is often not even the explosives, the throwable explosives. It's often also your companions. Because one time, I was throwing a grenade, and who ran into my path, in my throwing path?
Oh, lovely.
Preston Garvey. And I was like, Preston, you idiot!
I'll get it.
Because that was in the middle of a fucking firefight with a bunch of gunners, and that I was already injured, I was already crippled. That grenade was my last resort, and that killed me.
Oh, another thing I noticed on Fallout 4, did they get rid of like the limb repair stuff? Because it seems like because in Fallout 3 and Las Vegas, if
You can unlock perks. The adamantium skeleton that has 3 stages. First stage decreases your limb damage by 30%, second by 60, and if you have the third, that completely nullifies your limb damage. Like you can no longer
But
get
yeah,
crippled.
I do believe they remove treating individual limbs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the previous games, if let's say you got shot in the arm, and say your arm's been damaged, so basically,
you basically just
repair the arm.
take a stim. To take a stim pack, and your limb is partially healed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you basically repair it. Yeah, you basically bring it back again. Yeah, otherwise you can't use that limb for the entire session until you heal it, until you manually like tell it to put stim pack to that limb basically. But now it seems like
that makes things different.
yeah, but it makes it more believable, doesn't it? Like, shit, you lost, like, you just lost your left leg, so you're kind of like scrolling along.
I mean,
Yeah.
they took out some
baby
very realistic things, but also some very pesky things. Like, for example, the constant need to repair your weapons. For example,
that was stupid.
that is
Yeah.
something I certainly do not miss in Fallout 4.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't miss that either.
I think
It doesn't work in a game like Fallout. Like say in Metro Exodus, it works, but in a game like Fallout, it doesn't.
I think it could still work if only if you use the junk to repair it rather than using the same, because before in Las Vegas you needed to have the same weapon to repair it or similar weapon, if I'm correct. Like 2 plasma rifles will repair your main plasma rifle.
Right.
But like, which basically makes it more harder, because once you run out of plasma rifles, that's it. Whatever you got left is your mate. Let's say you're screwed. That's why I think certain extra add-ons, we get the ray gun and stuff. You can't really repair it once it's gone. Once it breaks, that's it. Whereas I think having the ability to repair it with junk, that might be nice, because you can get steel.
I mean, you can get jury rigging.
Jury rigging, yeah.
Jury rigging in Fallout New Vegas, for example.
Yeah.
There you don't need exactly the same weapons.
Yeah.
But you need similar weapons.
That's what I had. Yeah, that's what I had before.
Right.
Yeah, that was handy to have, because the game was pretty stingy on.
I do like your idea of using junk to repair weapons.
It makes sense, because all the stuff you get, it's like steel, copper, liquid, whatever, and maybe there could be a perk which basically unlock. I think gun nut is a perfect perk for that. So you can repair your gun based on so basically, if you want to repair like a 308 rifle, you need gun nut 4, because it's a high-end rifle. It's a bit more precision. You need to know exactly what you're doing. Whereas a pistol or revolver, you can probably do gun nut 2. Or gun nut 1 could just be all the fucking crappy guns. The pipe ones, pipe repair.
The trash guns.
Yeah, you need like a toilet pipe to repair this pipe gun.
Honestly, the pipe guns in Fallout 4, I would rather throw the gun at somebody or use it as a club than shoot at somebody.
I get annoyed
these
when
weapons are just fucking.
I get
These
annoyed.
weapons are just useless.
I get annoyed when I pick them up by accident. It's like, oh, God, I didn't want to pick that up. Oh, God, this
No,
pipe
it's
gun's
not.
everywhere.
It's free scrap. It's free scrap.
But it just
That's how
takes
I
up
see it.
space.
Exactly.
I'll just pick up. I'll drop that for the fertilizer, sack of fertilizer.
Yeah, I've gotten to where I just don't even pick them up.
Sack of fertilizer.
Well, I'm basically a trash hoarder in Fallout 4. I just pick up everything, and what I don't need gets scrapped.
I might actually get that.
I do that. I do that sometimes. I'll pretty much pick up everything, and pretty much anything that's not worth a certain amount of caps, I'll just scrap.
Yeah, that's
well. The medium to good weapons I keep for my settlers usually. I try to upgrade them a certain standard to how the weapons look.
I've kind of stopped doing that now. All I do now is just spam the entire base with turrets. Fuck, I can't be bothered to give it because it's annoying because I have to keep looking around, finding them, and then give it the gun to them and everything. So I just thought,
Well,
break it all down
I had
and build turrets.
I had a playthrough where every farmer in Sanctuary had a minigun.
Oh,
That was fucking hilarious.
but did they still get attacked and lost the battle, or did they win? Because sometimes you get this, you get that, yeah.
Well, they let's just say
They still sucked.
do not arm your settlers with rocket launchers.
I was tempted to do that,
Oh,
or the
yeah,
fat
that would
boy.
be a
Give
bad
one of the
idea.
fat boy. Give one of the fat
It
boy.
is
that'd
a
be-
terrible idea. It's the same with never ever, whatever you do, never ever place rocket turrets within your base or within your settlement. Always on the
no.
outskirts, because when a raider makes it into your base and the settlers will run and attack the guy, they will definitely run into the line of fire of the rocket turrets, and they will be obliterated.
I mean, I've never had that problem because I've always made it a rule that turrets are reserved for perimeter defense.
Yeah. Well, I have every DLC
Howie,
possible
howie.
and a shit ton of mods. I mean, Zod has seen how I build my settlements, like
Yeah.
bunker-like structures with bubblehead turrets on top, with barbed wire fence.
Yeah, you
Right.
got it worked out. Like
It
yeah.
not just keeps the raiders outside. It also keeps the fucking settlers inside.
keeps everything like yeah. Basically a surface vault.
Yeah, basically.
A surface
basically.
vault.
Well, I just build my settlements how I imagine I would build them in reality if I have the right resources to do so.
Yeah.
And in my head
I know, I've looked at-
also plays along, like I basically role play a little bit in my head when I build Sanctuary Hills, for example. Like, for example, the vaults must be equipped with tons of building material to rebuild civilization. So in my little mind, I'm like just like, yeah, well, at some point I took a bunch of settlers into the vault, grabbed everything, dismantled everything not of need, or what I could use without taking out the elevator, and then dragged everything to Sanctuary Hills to use it there. I mean, I actually have a mod installed now that basically adds some crates or makes some of the crates in the vaults usable. And there are some basic resources like concrete, wood, steel, adhesive, plastic, acid, and such things. Everything you might need to build out a basic settlement.
Oops.
At some point, I even played with the idea of equipping every settler at Sanctuary Hills with a walled 111 suit.
Mm-hmm.
But I stepped away from that idea because I didn't want to mess with the idea of me being the lone survivor of walled 111.
Oh, I was tempted to if I ever do a replay, it would be nice to do a replay of melee only. Like one punch everyone, be really sneaky and punch people in the head, kill them instantly.
That's what I do.
Silence.
Not
That's what I
really
do,
my
minus the sneak stuff.
Yeah.
not really my style, to be honest.
No sneaking. You got to sneak.
Nah.
No sneaking. Because the only thing that can probably kill you is the what's it
Well,
called?
I mean, if I sneak, I usually pop everyone with headshots, and that's that.
Well, it's those mutants with the nukes, suicide nukes.
Yeah, that's best is to pick them off, like approach
Yeah.
them silently, like you most likely do. Pack out your sniper rifle and then just take out the nuke, and
Yeah,
basically
yeah, just
explode
shoot the nuke.
explode the entire group. That's
then-
usually
Right.
how I do it.
I think there is a perk which you can melee from longer range as well. So you can if you probably get them before they explode, you can probably do VATS and punch them.
Yeah.
Knockout punch.
There is a perk. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Blitz,
Hmm.
where you go into VATS
Mm-hmm.
and it basically teleports you to the enemy.
Ah,
And
Yeah.
Once you have it maxed out, it's got
Blows
where
them
the
up.
further away you are from the enemy, the more damage you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty hilarious if you think about it.
It is, which is what I use for my
I mean,
my unarmed character.
I still pack a machete on my character, and I usually use it on like red roaches and mole rats and such.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's face it, red roaches are just a waste of ammo.
They are. Like even at the beginning of the game, where you have the 10mm pistol and a baton. I killed all the roaches with a baton.
I just melee them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
With the pistol.
I either melee them with the pistol or use the baton.
You see, this is why we would need a stomping animation.
Yeah,
Like
that would actually be good.
just stomp on those fuckers.
That would be good. I would like that.
Like in Dead Space,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stomping on them and yelling curses at them, yelling insults at them.
Actually, Dead Space is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Or basically you wrestle down a raider and just stomp on his fucking neck or something like that.
Right. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
So, you have my permission.
Been drinking too much beer again.
Yeah, most
beer.
likely.
Beer leads to full bladder.
Yeah, especially when you're sitting.
Yeah.
But I actually tried to get a little bit more of the silent approach in that I equipped some of my weapons with suppressors.
Oh yeah, I love the suppressors in this Fallout. Like, even with the pistol on it, even the silence pistol, it just feels nice. Like pew, 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 pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah, I mean, if you want a very nice vanilla in-game handgun with a already installed suppressor, join the Railroad. You get the Deliverer,
okay,
which is basically a 10mm pistol that does quite a bit more damage compared to the to the 10mm pistol. It does like 20 more damage when maxed out.
Mm.
But to be fair, I have like 3 or 4 mod weapons installed that easily outmatch the Deliverer at this stage.
Deliverer.
I mean, my game is flooded with weapon mods. I basically tried to grab every mod available that introduces weapons that also are present in Fallout Tactics. I mean, I know there are a bunch of people who still are convinced Fallout Tactics isn't canon in the lore, but I personally don't really care.
I think Fallout Tactics was just
Because
it was just made for people that love the tactical side of the game, didn't it? You know, when the original Fallout had the nice turn-based thing.
squad tactics.
Yeah.
and such.
So it's fine,
honestly, I actually just opened the wiki for the weapons and just browsed on Nexus mods for some of the weapons that I am interested in.
I am tempted to return to play in Quake, because Quake's got some nice mods as well. There's some other interesting fan-based mods which have like the detail and some of the people that made maps for it are amazing. And
I've played like one Quake game, and that is nearly 20 years ago. That was Quake on the Nintendo 64. This is the only Quake game I played, and the weapon I loved was the Gatling nail gun.
Yeah.
Like
that
a
one's
minigun that shoots
Nails.
spikes. That's maybe the
Yeah, that
best,
one's fun.
the
Yeah.
funniest weapon I ever had in the game.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played a Quake game very long time.
It's just that I was like a few nights ago I was looking at like token versions for mods, like token versions for certain games, so like Doom 2 and Quake. And for Quake, oh my god, it's like people have made some insane maps that make the game look like it's like a modern game, like the way the graphics, like the maps and everything, complete token versions of like high textures. It doesn't look like I mean, it's still Quake, but it doesn't look like a Quake game. It looks like it's been revamped.
The fun thing is, I actually installed a mod for Fallout 4
Mhm.
that improves the entirety of the textures in the game. Like, imagine this: rocks actually have the color of rocks, and not just this typical slab concrete gray you see everywhere. And this actually took some weight off my computer system. Like, it makes my potato computer suffer a little bit less, which is amazing
That's
because
actually interesting.
because it compresses the graphics. That might be the reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a graphical compression, so your computer doesn't use as much resources.
Yeah, exactly. When I play the game in game, it takes up less resources. I mean, the game still takes up a shit ton of resources. Like, I have the game has more weight and takes more resources away when I play it compared to the remakes of Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3, which is
Oh wow.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's
Or rather, it's disturbing. And it's this. Maybe it's just my graphic card. Maybe my graphic card is just not meant for Bethesda games. I don't know. I mean, I know the RAM is way too small. This much I know. This was my mistake when I bought the card. I didn't check how much RAM it has. But I needed a new one because my old one was close to burning. It was short of taking fire.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm rather fond of like total conversion mods.
There's a total version for Doom
Like,
2, which is an Aliens one.
Especially when they like become their own games.
There you go.
Like Heat On for Doom 2. It was a total conversion mod that became its own game.
Okay.
And it's very good.
I mean, for Fallout 4, I have a bunch of overhaul mods installed. Like one mod completely. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like
Go
one mod.
ahead. You were talking first.
Okay. One mod completely overhauls the Minutemen.
Mhm.
They no longer run around in rags. They actually wear like 60s, 70s Vietnam style military gear from the US
Oh,
military.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I also have a mod that heavily limits the number of pipe weapons of all NPCs. Like
No more
very
pipes.
early at the start of the game, people will still use pipe weapons. This is why I am basically not doing any main quests, like rebuilding the Minutemen, because with the mod I have installed, the Minutemen level with the player. I mean, I even have a mod that basically lets me build Minutemen as guard posts, and
Right.
they only leave their positions in combat and then return to their positions.
Right.
And the
Yeah,
only
so
thing,
if they level with you, the stronger they are, or the stronger you are.
yeah, and
And once you address the main story, they'll be a lot more useful.
yeah, exactly.
They need to be like.
And the best part is basically these Minutemen can be removed and stored, and they only cost bottle caps. And
Wow.
you can also equip them. That means in that regard they behave like settlers. The menu pops open, and you can give them like better weapons, better armor, which is extremely useful.
I think
I mean,
Las Vegas had like a leveling system for the followers, if I'm right.
Yeah, exactly.
They got stronger each
I'm
time.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if the companions in Fallout 4 scale with you. I mean, I know you can you can unlock certain perks and of course give them better weapons. Like
orders.
usually the first thing I do is when I get, for example, Preston Garvey, I immediately give him like at least a laser rifle that is somewhat upgraded. Because fuck the laser musket. I hate the laser musket.
Screw that. Screw those.
I actually have the laser musket replaced through a mod with the classic laser rifle from Fallout 1 and Fallout 2.
Yeah, the musket idea is silly. You have to keep rotating it and shooting it. It's like it's got
Yeah.
a silly delay on it, but the damage is like not even worth. It's not
Yeah.
even worth. It's not even worth the wait.
I mean, I like it thematically, but as an actual weapon, it sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't really live up to the. It's like.
Yeah. What I would have liked is, for example, basically a jury-rigged laser rifle that is either a little bit weaker than the regular laser rifle, or you have a trade-off, like you have higher range and a higher damage output, in turn for a slower firing rate and a smaller ammo capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is something I would have done.
Right, like almost like a prototype laser rifle.
Yeah, or basically just yeah, prototype laser rifle, right? Exactly. I mean, with the mod I have installed, I actually observed one of the Minutemen patrols once, and what I saw there made my heart go up in glee because you see basically Minutemen fully in uniform with military standard equipment. You see them packing assault rifles, you see them packing flamethrowers, you see them packing combat rifles. And of course, the Watts 2000 laser rifle I use as a replacer for the laser musket.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks so much better and gives them so much more impact. And the mod that lets me build Minutemen also comes with a scaling of a variety of different Minutemen. Like you have the very lightly armed scouts, then you have the Minutemen militia members, then you have a bunch of NCOs and officers, and at the top of the totem pole you have power armor wearing veteran Minutemen Rangers.
See, that would be good as well. Like, if, for example, if every kill they make, their name becomes like veteran or command. You know, like it goes up in ranks. Because like because or legendary. Eventually leading up to legendary, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and now imagine, because these veteran Minutemen also come with weapons. In this case, it's the vanilla assault rifle, which looks like a water-cooled machine gun. Which, of course, is still an effective weapon if upgraded properly. And what I usually do is I take the weapon from them when I build them. I just upgrade the weapon to the maximum of my capabilities, and then I give the weapon back, just to give them more firepower.
Right.
I mean, I have a mod installed that completely overhauls the vanilla weapons that I still have in game, like the assault rifle is actually named machine gun now.
Machine gun.
And you can basically
rocket launcher.
rechamber the weapon from the vanilla 5.56 rounds over the 308 rounds up to caliber 50 rounds. Yeah. And now imagine like half a dozen of them in the castle, and the castle is attacked by someone, and they go just like hellfire bitches.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about there being a Saints Row 5 development?
I like the idea.
Yeah.
I'm a great Saints Row fan.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I certainly like the idea, but we have like no information so far. So
I mean, I would like it if I could import my Saints Row 4 character,
yeah, that'd be interesting.
or at least I hope they kept the basic character creation system where you basically have freedom of choice in regards of looks, behavior,
Yeah.
and of the voice.
Yeah, like, well, honestly, like, if they're making a Saints Row 5, I expect there to be even more detail in character creation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
customization is important, isn't it?
I personally took a look at the character creation menu of uh, Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm not impressed.
No, there's nothing to be
I'm
impressed about.
I'm not impressed
I was
because
I was very
just
I was
because
actually very
just
disappointed.
because you can now create a woman with a penis, it doesn't make this a great game. Not at all.
No,
And
no, not at all.
I mean, what choices do you have? You can basically the basic body shape. You can influence the gender. You can basically influence the hair color. But um, you cannot influence the behavior. You cannot influence the voice of the character.
Right. Yeah, character creation is very limited in Cyberpunk.
I
I was very disappointed in that.
and I was just sitting while watching this and was like, well, good thing I didn't buy the game, because this is not what was promised. Because what was promised was absolute freedom in character creation, and this is not absolute freedom.
Right. No, it's not at all. It's
extremely
it's a
limited.
series of presets, and those presets
Yeah.
are very limited.
Exactly.
I think what they should have done was similar to Skyrim, but make it like Skyrim, but more extended. So that way, more story. Obviously, character doesn't talk, but at least that way you can.
Right.
Obviously, the only sound the character would make is when they get hit by something. Oof! All those,
I
But
mean,
like, but conversation-wise, forget.
I,
Yeah.
I believe that Cyberpunk is a good game. I enjoy it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, we didn't get what was promised,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's a problem.
Oh, do you see that?
Not to mention that they made the Bethesda-style mistake of an early launch, because
Yeah.
Did
I
you
think,
did you see the Twitter that the head owner of Red CD Projekt, he made a short video apologizing to everyone about and what happened, what the problems they faced, and
I heard about that. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
watch
apology,
it, but
yeah.
there are a bunch of videos saying that this apology is bullshit, and we don't care.
basically in a nutshell, what he basically apologized from him. It wasn't the team's fault. It was the management's fault, and one of the main problems they faced was backward compatibility. That was the problem. That's why everything's gone wrong, because they even said that all basically we focused on the PC side of things, because the thing is, if I'm correct, CD Projekt Red are more PC developers than console developers.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so that's so they admitted that they screwed up on the console.
If that's what he said, then yes, that's certainly the case, because they even stated with their final delay that the reason for this delay is because
console
of backwards compatibility with consoles.
To be honest, I mean, I think they should have just given up on the old consoles, because because the thing is that in a few months' time, the new consoles are going to come in, aren't they? The new, what's it called?
I mean, I think the main mistake they did was to bank on the popularity of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, there was that too.
They made him a huge selling point, and this was
Maybe they really did.
Sometimes having the good kind of marketing helps boost the product even more. I guess, but I think in this case the product wasn't even finished yet. So to market
they bit off more than they could chew, and they underestimated their capabilities.
Yeah. I mean, having Keanu.
And on one hand, I feel like it's not quite the developer's fault, because it was the third delay, and at this point, they were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because you got
Yeah.
both fans and investors pressuring them to release the game.
Yeah, I think
It's always the investors
I think they
that
should have
cause a
delayed it.
huge
Yeah.
issue.
I think they should have delayed it a bit more. But then again, it would make people angry. But that's fine. It's better to have angry people than to release something that's going to make them more and more angry. And I think it's made people more angry.
Yeah.
Right.
And trust,
I mean,
lack of trust. Trust has gone out the window.
the entire launch wasn't as much of a clusterfuck as, let's say, Fallout 76. It certainly
Right.
wasn't. Like the game
Yeah,
was
I
at
don't,
least.
I don't think the initial launch is nearly as bad as people make it out to be.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't because the game in
'Cause-
itself was functional. There were some minor bugs from what I know, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. It wasn't as much of a catastrophe as Fallout 76. That much I can say.
Because that was my experience. Because I bought it on launch, and yeah, there were bugs, but they were mostly like funny visual bugs. But you know,
But nothing
and I
like
was- I
you
was still
falling
enjoying
through
the game.
But nothing like you falling through the floor or something like that. Or
Right?
simply,
No, like there were no game-breaking bugs. It was just
yeah.
the occasional visual stuff that happened, and it was just funny.
Flying
like
car.
the time that
We also have to admit they were building an entirely new game, unlike
Yeah.
unlike Bethesda, who were just using Fallout 4 assets en masse and
Right.
Fallout 4 engine, wasn't it?
and
It's
even
Fallout 4 engine.
and and even imported bugs already fixed by modders from Fallout 4 into Fallout 76. That is really a massive difference, and I think there's no true comparison on that part.
Right. No, there really isn't. And there's hypocrisy because you got these people that give Bethesda a pass, and then CD Projekt Red makes one mistake, and suddenly
Yeah.
they're the worst
Yeah,
video game company in
you
history.
are right, and we have to keep in mind CG Projekt Red's record so far was clean.
Yeah,
They fucked up.
exactly.
They fucked up.
Yeah, their record has been pretty much perfect up until this point.
And to be fair, they are the ones who created the Witcher games, which are
Right.
up to this day gaming gems.
Yes, especially Witcher 3.
You know, I've not even properly played that yet. I played it and I died at the tutorial section. On hardest mode as well, so I got bum rushed by skeletons.
I never finished the first Witcher game. I kind of want to get back into it because
To be fair,
the reason I didn't
I-
finish the first Witcher game is because my computer couldn't run it properly.
Hmm.
And I played Witcher 2 on Xbox 360. Loved
Same
it,
here.
Finished it multiple times.
I
So
actually
same
got
with the Witcher 3.
I originally got The Witcher 2 on the PC, but
Mhm.
the problem was that the game was bugging out at a certain point of my playthrough constantly,
Right.
and then I was fed up and bought the game for the Xbox 360 for cheaps, like for 10 euros or something like that,
Mhm.
and played through it twice,
Right.
like taking different choice paths and such,
Yeah.
and I heavily enjoyed the game. It was an amazing
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. It was very good.
And then, of course, The Witcher 3, which I bought like 2 years after it was originally launched. Actually, bought the Game of the Year edition with all the DLCs already available.
I bought it when it came out, and there were
Oh.
a couple of bugs, but they weren't really a big deal. But yeah, I spent so much time on that game.
I actually, what I really love are some of the swords, how some of the swords look in The Witcher 3.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I liked about the Witcher games. Like your equipment and stuff was actually
Yeah,
believable.
they put a lot of detail into that.
Yeah, it was actually believable. Is the thing.
Well, not always 100%, but it was reasonable to a very high degree. Like, when I compare every armor you wear in The Witcher 3, and then compare this with some of the armor types in, like, Skyrim, for example.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna bring up Skyrim.
Yeah. Because, like, you wear these country-based armors, for example, in The Witcher 3, like the
Mhm.
Katwani heavy armor with the heavy chest cuirass, for example, the steel cuirass, that actually looks like hammered steel and not like some like in Skyrim the steel armor that looks more like something you would wear at a LARPing festival.
Yeah, like the what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The like the black colored armor that you can get.
Oh, don't even start me with the more outlandish armors like the orc armor or the ebony armor or
Ebony
the
armor. That's it. That's the one I'm thinking.
looks way too outlandish for me, or the Dremora armor that looks, or the
The
Daedric
Daedric
armor,
armor.
the Daedric armor looks way too outlandish, way too spiky, and basically just looks like shit in my opinion.
It does, yeah. And
I mean,
I hate that. I hate that
yeah,
in armor. Like when armors are just like super spiky or some shit. Like in World of Warcraft.
yeah, I do not.
Just like we're
Don't
just
even
gonna put
start me with
spikes
World
on
of
all our
Warcraft.
armor, and so
I
it's
mean,
like, what is
I mean,
this?
I mean, don't even start me with World of Warcraft armors because not just the armors, also the weapons.
Yeah,
Like,
World of Warcraft equipment is just retarded.
yeah, it's too heavy in regards of fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, I treat Skyrim, for example, like I treat Fallout 4. I have a lot of conversion mods, a lot of replacer mods there. Like I have a whole mod assortment that replaces all the vanilla armors and replaces them with more realistic and more high fantasy style armors.
Right.
I mean, some armors still look a bit outlandish, but not too heavily.
Right. Yeah, it's like they're outlandish but functional. But I mean, you look at World of Warcraft and it's just like, what is this? What the fuck am I wearing?
Exactly.
When I was playing The Witcher 3, my favorite was the cat school.
Yeah, mine is the beer school.
Okay, well, my thing is like
Yeah.
when it comes to fantasy, when there's magic and stuff, like I try to blend magic and melee together.
Blend magic and beer together.
Magic and beer together. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. See, you missed on it.
Which is why I like the cat school, because that's kind of what the cat school is focused on. So
First rule of the Witcher game.
The cat school armor.
Going, guys?
Oh.
Hello, Light.
Hey, Light.
How's all been?
Been well.
Doing okay.
Good.
I mean, if it comes to the Witcher games, the rule number one is screw that succubus. Always screw the succubus if you have the chance. I mean, who does? Yeah.
What, The Witcher 3?
Mm-hmm.
I've got the game, I don't really play it that much. It's good though. Just being in the mood to play it.
That's certainly what I did in The Witcher 2.
Yeah.
The whole succubus bit in Witcher 2 where you had to have Dandelion like play that song to get her interest. and then you could have sex with her, and like the whole scene was funny because there was that angle where it's like it's an over the shoulder camera of Geralt, and there's like a hooved foot over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And my wife was watching me play, and we both busted out laughing.
It's like, damn, he's having a bit of fun.
I mean, who doesn't like to shag the goat lady?
Of course.
Is there any news on when the next season's coming out for that season? That was really good. I enjoyed the TV series.
The Witcher series?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about it.
Because the funny thing is,
I heard there was issues with it because of I think he hurt himself apparently
oh,
not that long ago.
I mean, what I sincerely hope is that they replace the Nilfgaardian armor from the first season with something from the games.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It is a good series, though.
Yeah.
I do feel like I think
Because
it's well done.
because they actually I remember seeing a double image of the in-series Nilfgaardian armor, and then they showed a huge picture of a bunch of cosplayers who were all
Right.
wearing Nilfgaardian heavy plate armor.
Like you've got some crazy audio going on right now.
Yeah,
helicopter. He's in a helicopter again.
Yep.
The chopper. He's in a chopper.
Yeah.
Had been last time. He bought a helicopter. I think
Yeah,
Lightlord bought a helicopter, and he's been showing off since he got it.
Yeah, it's like you're streaming in a Chinook.
He's in one. He's in a Chinook. He bought a Chinook and has been inside it all this time.
yeah, he's most likely flying his Indian boss to
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Crash.
Some crazy shit, man.
Or that gyro. He bought that gyrocopter from Mad Max 2. Seeing there in his long johns.
How's work been going, Bev?
Yeah, it's going all right. It's quiet today.
Or that thing, whatever it was from Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah. that is a Chinook, isn't it? Was it? No, not Chinook. Sorry, that is gyrocopter, isn't it? Gyro.
Yeah, technically I think
Yeah.
so.
Gyro. Single seaty. Looks ridiculous, but yeah.
Or he's currently sitting in an Umbrella Corporation chopper and dropping tyrants all over Raccoon City.
I've got Howard the Duck even does a West film.
I heard something about them like rebooting the Resident Evil franchise
Oh no.
for film.
Yeah, would
They're-
be a
they're
good
actually getting
idea.
Good ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Better be.
that's what I'm
Better-
hoping.
I mean, they
But
can
we'll
keep
see.
they can keep the very first one, in my opinion. But
mean,
the
yeah,
follow-ups and keep Alice the fuck out of the movies.
Keep out
Yeah,
Molokowicz, what her name is. But we don't want Molokowicz back. Thank you very much.
And they're doing the same thing with Mortal Kombat.
Oh, she gonna be in there as well. A Sonya Blade. That'd be terrible.
Probably.
I mean, it's a shame went with Mortal Kombat because the very first Mortal Kombat film was good,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then-
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was good.
but
Yeah.
then they went on and
Annihilation
fucked it with
was.
Annihilation. Worse
Yeah,
special effects,
Annihilation
the whole
was
lot.
bad.
Yeah, I mean
Annihilation was bad.
the Resident Evil movie series was basically screwed after part one with
Yes.
I think they ran out of money.
with the second part. That was really
Yeah.
annoying in
Straight
my
to DVD,
opinion.
wasn't it? Straight to DVD film, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a straight to DVD film,
Yeah.
and it was really not worth the buy in the aftermath.
No. not
Honestly,
at all. And then-
the
and then-
animation
and then
movies
they
were better.
seem to get worse with subsequent entries.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Resident Evil CG, the Resident Evil CG animation was good.
Yeah, like, I mean, how they, for example, used stars. They used stars in a fashion. They didn't separate stars and Raccoon SWAT, for example, when it came to the
Right.
Raccoon Police Department, because there is a significant difference between stars and Resident and the Raccoon SWAT team, because
certainly.
Raccoon SWAT in Resident Evil lore was intended to replace stars after the Mansion incident.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also what interestingly enough, is what Leon wears in the original Resident Evil 2. He wears a uniform of the Raccoon SWAT team.
Yep.
They of course changed this in the remake, where he basically just wears a police overall and a vest and an ammo vest, which is okay in my opinion,
Yeah, it makes sense.
because in the end he is just a rookie cop. Why would he be assigned to the replacement elite police unit of the city?
Right, yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's also, if they really remake the series, I hope they base it around some of the original characters, like for example, Jill, Barry Burton, maybe
Yeah.
Rebecca
Like,
Chambers,
I
Chris.
think that's what they're going for.
Might be a good idea,
But
and maybe
I'm
also
not
not,
100%
and
sure.
maybe also more horror and less action or over the top action type.
I
Right,
think
yeah, exactly.
I think to make it work, it would be nice to do like a prequel where it focuses on Bravo team.
Yeah, like
At least that way. Because the thing is, what we don't want is the same story being told again. I think having a story start from Bravo team would be nice, because that way it's like
maybe maybe an alternate version of Resident Evil 0. That would be good.
yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing is, like,
Or-
I don't mind watching the
or
same
I'm
story again,
thinking-
but you know, it gets boring after a while.
I'm thinking maybe a Resident Evil 4 approach, like a healthy balance of horror and over-the-top action.
Yeah, or they could actually follow Enrico Marini, the Bravo team leader,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
there is basically nothing known of what happened to him during the entire mansion incident,
Right.
unless I mean you meet him twice or you meet him one time in Resident Evil 0, and then one time in the remake or in the Resident Evil 1, where he gets shot by Albert Wesker, which is kind of silly in my opinion, because I mean, you enter the entry point of the Hive in Resident Evil 0,
Mm-hmm.
like where the rail car comes down, the elevator, the large one, from Resident Evil 2. How the fuck did Enrico Marini get down there?
Right.
And how did he get out again?
Magic.
Yeah, exactly, because
A lot of ink ribbons. A
I mean,
lot of ink ribbons. They use a lot of ink
no,
ribbons.
I really try to I really try to figure this out, because there are only like 3 ways into the Hive. This is through the elevator, for the main emergency elevator, then the railcar elevator, and the gate behind the railcar elevator. There are no other exits, unless you canonize Resident Evil Outbreak 1, where he basically crouched out of the facility through a vent shaft, through the ventilation system. I cannot see him do that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Or what about the that one Resident Evil CGI movie that they had, where like Leon was a main character?
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
Actually 3.
Oh, 3. That was the third one.
Yeah.
Is there
yeah.
3? I didn't
There
even
is
know
there
there
is
were 2,
there is Degeneration,
Yeah.
Damnation, and Vendetta. And Vendetta features Leon and Chris. And in Vendetta, you really see how much of mental weight Leon is carrying around, because he has basically
Yeah.
just given up. He basically just is like, fuck the world, fuck it all. I'm just going to drink myself to death.
Right. Yeah, I watched the first of the 3, I guess.
There's one set at an airport. And the other one is set in a tiny different country. Some bollocks like that, whatever.
Some Eastern European country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen both of them. I didn't know there was a third one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and Vendetta basically.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Bird's done. I might be back tomorrow with a new art piece. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, keep watching the skies. Keep watching the skies, and I'll be back tomorrow with a new piece. Not sure what I'll be painting next, but we'll find out tomorrow. Cool. Till next time, guys. Take it easy. Have a good day. Just gonna let people know on the chat. Okay. Keep watching the skies, guys. Keep watching the skies. Boop. Bye-bye. Bye.